Hello everyone, it's Suzanne Sky, and I've got a haul video today, and also some other things too, and I'm going to start off with my dolls. I know I sort of got back to YouTube this time because from watching doll videos, but I haven't done much with my dolls lately. But if you remember, this is Caroline, and she's a My Life as Schoolgirl doll. And if you'll notice this new outfit that my cousin Mary Esther made, and she uses retro fabric, and look at the rickrack on the pedal pushers here, or capris or whatever they're called. But anyway, she's so kind anyway, but she was kind enough to make me a couple of doll outfits, and I just love this one. I love the everyday look of it. Woo, the wind's picking up. The everyday look of it and the retro. And because my dolls are active, they hang out outside, they climb trees, and all kinds of things like that. So no frou-frou dresses for me, not very often anyway. And then here is Rebecca Rubens. She's an American Girl doll. And if you remember from an old video, I got her and one other American Girl doll from Goodwill for 99 cents each, but they were in terrible shape. Their faces were painted, they had markers, they had paint. She's still got a little bit. I see some white around her mouth and some red. They had lipstick, they had, it was just terrible. But I cleaned her up pretty good, and the other doll too. And I'm really glad to have them. And anyway, she doesn't have any marks showing on her arms and legs anymore. And look at this fabric. Vintage, what would you say, 50s, 60s fabric. I just love it. And then her capris. Look at that on the side. A vintage hand crocheted doily sewn into the side. Gorgeous. So I wanted to show this, and also tell Mary Esther again, thank you for this. This is really something. Mary Esther is very good at all kinds of arts and crafts, and unlike me, she does sewing, and she's amazing at it. So thank you, Mary Esther. And let me get these guys standing up here so I can get something else. And so I went to Beeville the other day, which is the next town from here, about 11 miles away. And I had a lot of errands, some shopping to do, but mainly I went because I wanted to go to the library. There's a new TV show, and oh my gosh, I'm ridiculously about TV watching. So it's called Midnight Texas, and I've been looking at the commercials, and I liked it, yet I thought it might be kind of corny. And anyway, it comes from a series of Charlene Harris books. If you remember, she did the, what was it, True Blood, that was a TV series. She wrote the books that came from, all those, what is it, Sookie Stackhouse series of books, and there was like dozens of them. I read the first in that series, but I didn't like it much, so I never watched the series. Anyway, I think it was on HBO or some channel we don't get anyway. But I never read any more of the books because they didn't interest me. And but Midnight Texas was set in Texas, so that was a plus for me. And so I wanted to get the books that the TV series is based on and read them so I could see if I was going to be interested in watching the TV show. Is that clearing? Anyway, the first one, it's a trilogy. It's not dozens of books like the Sookie Stackhouse thing. Midnight Crossroad. Looks like this is, I don't know if it's filming backwards or what, but anyway, it says Charlene Harris, a novel of Midnight Texas, and this one's called Midnight Crossroad. And you can see I'm about, what, a little less than a third of the way through, about a fourth of the way through, I guess. So far, I really like it. We'll see if I like it by the end. But yeah, I guess I'll watch the show, or I'll at least give it a try. And then I got the second of the trilogy too, which is called Day Shift. And then there's a third one called Night Shift. So anyway, that's what I'm reading now. And I plan on finishing those as soon as possible. And while we're on books, one of the books I'm hauling, well, one of the items I'm hauling is a book, I should say. And I got this at Dollar Tree, so it was $1. And it's called To the Letter, A Celebration of the Lost Art of Letter Writing by Simon Garfield. So I got that because I've gotten back into pen paling a little bit. I don't want to get like I was before, back when I was about 30 or so. I guess I had like 50-something pen pals, and it was ridiculous. I loved it. I had the time, or I made the time. I was super busy back then, so I don't know how I did it because, you know, I had 5 kids and we did a lot of stuff together. And but now I think I've got, 13, I think, last time I looked. 13 pen pals. And anyway, I just thought this might be an interesting book. I think it goes into the history of pen paling because I see some pictures here that are like, you know, 1700s or something, or I can't find one now. But anyway, I think it gives a lot of ideas and just fun facts, or I don't know what it's going to be, but I'll read it after the Charlene Harris trilogy. And maybe I'll get back with a video about it. I don't know. So I went, well, when I was heading to town, I went through the window at Taqueria Vallarta and got a chicken taco, which was kind of my brunch, and ate it on the way while I was driving in the car. Well, I wasn't even to town yet when I looked down and it had leaked all over. I thought I had folded it, you know, pretty well, but apparently not. It had a lot of liquid in it, and it was a chicken taco, but it had like a red sauce. It was chili powder and, you know, the broth or whatever. It had leaked out all over my shirt, and good thing I'm not a fashionista, and also a good thing I wasn't wearing a white or a beige shirt. I was wearing a dark teal shirt, so it didn't really show so bad. It just looked like a wet spot, and I cleaned and cleaned as best I could, but went on my way. But the bad thing was I was also wearing my new LuLaRoe leggings with it, and I don't know if you're familiar with LuLaRoe or not. You can Google it. They're a big thing in clothes now, and they sell through consultants, I guess, kind of, you'd call it. And most of them are online on Facebook. And they're sort of known, they have solids and quiet prints too, but they're also known for their unusual and brightly colored prints. And these were bright colored prints, triangles, kind of a funny triangle. They're not just plain old triangles. And naturally the red sauce fell on an off-white triangle. They had teal, they had, but then they also had a few, so I hated that, but I'm gonna have to clean those up, wash them. These need to be washed gentle, cold, so it's a little bit of a hassle. But anyway, that's what happens when you eat while you drive, I guess. Don't do it, people, or else eat dry stuff. So anyway, let's see. First of all, I went to Dollar Tree. Oh, and I see I'm missing a bag. Well, that'll be a haul for tomorrow, maybe. I went to Dollar Tree. Whoops, don't fall, girl. And I got this for Lyric. Giant coloring and activity book by Lisa Frank. And I don't know, I just thought it was neat. Look at that picture. I love that Eskimo girl picture. Anyway, we're due for another color book, so that's the one I got. And then I got this Bugs and Insects sticker activity book. And we'll do that. She's really interested in animal science and things like that. We go on insect explorations here, and this is a good place to do it because we've got a lot of nature all around us. And anyway, so I thought she would enjoy that, and I know I will too. So we'll do that maybe together. And I got some, are these, oh yeah, Thanksgiving cards. I couldn't remember if they were Thanksgiving or Halloween now. So I got some Thanksgiving cards so I can be prepared and not wait till the last minute and then too late to send them or too late to find them or something. So anyway, love pumpkins. And I got, my dolls are wanting to fall over. I got one of these wreath hangers. I've got some, but no guarantee I can find them in all my storage stuff. So anyway, I just got one. Don't even know if I'll use